Hello, today is Friday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. And I just wanted to do kind of an update video. I have internet at home now, thank you. and so that's been really nice. I've been watching everybody's YouTube videos. Hey guys, so it is Saturday morning and I wanted to do a quick little video. I don't really have an agenda necessarily. Just kind of talking about things I do to keep me healthy and keep me on the road to a better life. Because that's my ultimate goal, living my best life, not just losing weight. But the weight loss is happening because I'm trying to be a better person. So, I mean, I've said that before, but so one of the things I wanted to talk about was going grocery shopping, meal planning, and, you know, planning ahead, prepping my food, and staying on a good schedule. For me, what happens when I wait too long to eat or I don't know what to eat, I haven't planned anything, that's when I make choices that I'm not necessarily happy about, you know, later on. So grocery list is a big thing for me, and I use like one of these steno pads. I actually used these at work, and so I started buying them for home as well. I hope my lighting's okay. It looks a little blue in the viewfinder. But what I do is I just kind of put in blocks. So produce, meat and cheese, dairy, pantry, and then non-food items. So for instance, produce, you know, it really depends on what they have. Unless I'm going to be making a recipe that needs, you know, onions or avocados or whatever, then I'll add more to the produce list. But this week, I don't really have anything specific like dishes that I'm making. I have a lot of frozen vegetables that I'm wanting to use up. And yeah, so right now the only thing I have on it is celery. And then I need to get some sort of fruit. I've been doing oranges, but they're kind of going out of season now. So I'm going to kind of look at the store and decide what I want. In the past, in this time of year, I was doing like I don't know if it's called a fruit salad, but basically I would chop up pineapple, strawberries, and sometimes I would add some red grapes to that and just put them in little dishes. And the chopped fruit would actually last for 5 days. So I would chop it on Sunday and then it would get me through to Friday. And I do have videos on that. And those fruits really helped me to transition because my tastes changed, certainly from when I first started this journey to now. So I think you can't go from eating like I couldn't go from eating like I was before straight to eating like I am now. It really had to be a transition. Also, I'm trying to make it a point in my videos to only talk about me, what I'm doing, and my journey. I don't want to be giving people advice or telling them how to live their lives or what to do. I'm not a dietitian. I'm certainly not a therapist. I'm not a life coach. I can only say what I'm doing for me and how it's working for me. So I really feel a lot of pressure lately because I have lost a lot of weight and I've made some huge changes. And I feel like people are wanting to know, like, what's my secret? And I don't have a secret. I'm just doing the best I can and making choices and not beating myself up anymore. So that alone has made a huge change in my life. So I've digressed, but so produce, right now I have celery written down. For meat and cheese, I have ham and then I put ×2. So, I buy the ham that doesn't have any nitrates in it, and then I split that ham into two, and I've done this in a video fairly recently, but I split the ham into two sandwich bags, and that one of those will be my snack. So I think it's 3 ounces of meat, so it works really good. I just kind of hold the ham and then kind of pull the sandwich bag around it and just eat it. I don't have it on bread or lettuce or anything like that. I just eat the ham, but it's kind of a means to an end, and helps me get my protein in. Okay, so the next one is dairy, and I put eggs, yogurt, and cottage cheese. The yogurt, I only need 1 container. I buy the big tubs of Fage 2%. And then cottage cheese, I also buy big tubs, and I put ×2. I already had an extra Fage in my fridge from last week. So, and then the cottage cheese I'll buy 2 of. Eggs, I hard boil them on Sundays, and then I put 2 eggs per sandwich bag, and that gets me through 4 days. And then the cottage cheese I put into containers, and then I use my celery and dip it in the cottage cheese. And so for lunch, I have celery, cottage cheese, and then a fruit, whatever the fruit ends up being. Let's see, the yogurt I have for breakfast in the mornings, I put it in this size of container, and you can see I've ate about half of it. And I flavor it with sugar-free Torani syrup. I actually have been using cherry lately, which Torani doesn't make, but the Da Vinci brand makes. Again, I've talked about it in fairly recent videos, so I'm not going to show you what that is. Just please go back to a few videos ago. For pantry, on my list I have K-Cups, which I have a Keurig, and I usually get the Starbucks brand. Lately I've been drinking the blonde. Truvia, I use Truvia in my coffee in the mornings. Normally in the dairy section I would be getting like sugar-free creamer, like Coffee Mate creamer usually, but I am stocked up on that, so I don't need any of that. Parmesan cheese, just, you know, the shaker kind. I've been making chili lately. Again, in a past video I have a recipe for that, and so I kind of ran out of a couple of the spices, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stock up on those while I'm thinking about it. So cumin, chili powder, garlic salt, and then it also has basil in it, but I fairly recently bought some of the basil. So craisins, I get the low sugar kind, and then lately I've been getting it's a fruit cocktail, but it's like a light, so it has some Splenda in it instead of like sugar. And so that's kind of just for my pantry when I really need like a fruit and I don't have any fresh fruit available. It's not ideal, but you know, it works for me. Non-food, I'm gonna get another container of Lysol wipes because I'm kind of a germaphobe and I'm constantly wiping down my phone and my Kindle and my computer, and I just like, I hate when something feels greasy. It just grosses me out. So the warmer weather is coming, and I do have a heat pump in my home, but I still like a fan going. So I have these little fans kind of here and there, but they just don't really seem to put off much air. So this year I'm going to go ahead and buy a larger fan for the counter and then a large fan for the house. I mean, again, I have an air conditioner, but I'd like to kind of circulate the air. And then I need to get some more batteries for my camera. So you can just kind of see, excuse me, it's a basic list, but it really helps me to kind of stay on track and have a plan in mind. With dinners, I haven't been as rigid on that. I tend to leave it to, okay, well, what do I feel like having today? Because I have multiple frozen meals that I've made that I can choose from. The problem with that is I get home, I'm tired, and then I'm like, oh, it doesn't really sound good. And then I kind of go back and forth, and then I end up like eating like snacky stuff like rice cakes or I don't know what. So my goal for this week is to make a meal plan that includes dinners. I have multiple things that I could do for dinner. So if I can kind of designate what nights to do those, that helps me a lot because it takes the thinking out of it. I just go based on my meal plan, I eat that, and I move on. I don't focus on meals. I don't focus so much on, oh, what sounds good. Like, I just want to eat, get my nutrition, get my protein, and not make a big deal about meals anymore. What else? I am going out today with my mom. It's probably TMI, but my cup size is shrinking, and so I'm kind of in between sizes, So I tried on a couple last night in a smaller size, but then I had some like spillage. But then I feel like this bra, there's, you know, you can kind of at times like there's some room. So again, sorry for the guys that are watching this, but it's just, you know, big girl problems. Yeah, so I'm going to try some more on today. I'm also going to try on some pants. I'm not committing to buying pants just yet. I'm very uncomfortable with my legs and how they look, and I don't like my lower stomach to show, excuse me, which is why I wear skirts all the time. And, but I'm trying to challenge that. I don't hate my body. I don't, you know, I'm not like ashamed of my body. I just don't like showing it. I don't know if it's like modesty or I don't know what. I'm trying to work it out. Because I'm not like angry at my body. I'm not like, oh, this is disgusting or beating myself up. I just, you know, it's a level of comfort. And so yeah, anyway, I'm going to try on pants. I'm not saying I'm going to buy them. So yeah. I got my nails done recently. And I've been getting gel nails again, and I really like them, and I really like Julie. She does my nails, and visiting with her. And yeah, I went to the Body Shop last weekend, which I think I talked about. And one of the items that I got, I thought it was an exfoliator, but it's actually a cleanser. So I'm going to go ahead and exchange that. And then I did buy a couple of shirts last night at JCPenney's. And I really like them. I probably will do like a little fashion show. It's just kind of tripping with my mind a little bit, how clothes are fitting and looking, and I like it, and it's different. And that's why I think the pants or different bottoms or tighter skirts, you know, I definitely think I will transition into that as I feel more comfortable, because already with shirts, you know, wearing, I don't want to say tighter, but shirts that actually fit rather than shirts that are so big and baggy. So now that I bought some additional shirts, I think it's time to go through my closet again and kind of get rid of some things. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet, if I'm going to sell them on eBay or give them to friends or just give them to the Goodwill. I haven't decided yet, but I think it's a really big step, and yeah, I'm excited, and I'm headed to OA this morning. We have a newcomers meeting that I'm leading, and then the main meeting after that. So I really enjoy that, and just being around people that know my struggles and you know, can understand what I'm going through. And I know you guys understand as well. And while I have a whole lot of, you know, good times and success right now, I also still have those moments where I feel scared or feel that I'm going to go back to that, you know, morbidly obese person. And I mean, it would obviously take a lot to go there, to put on 200 pounds again, but it happens. I know it happens. And so I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can to, again, live my best life. That's my ultimate goal. And just be happy, you know? So some of you guys asked last weekend about the dog barking in the background. It's my neighbor's dog. And when they aren't home, they leave the dog outside, and it barks all the time. And it like a really loud, aggressive bark, and I just hate it. But it's like literally like right there. And so anyway, so I don't have a dog. I'm just not home enough to have a dog. And so yeah, I mean, I'm doing really good. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, I guess. So I hope you guys are doing great, and I will talk to you soon.